Yo guys, welcome back. Just gonna set up my camera. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just delivered McDonald's to someone. I've noticed, like, on the weekends, there's not really much Uber Eats orders. On the weekends, you know. Only like...
Continuous recording will now start.
Like low-paying orders. Or... Yeah, I mean, this one was good though. Like, $8 and it was like really close to my house. So this one was good. But yeah. But I'll work tomorrow morning. And then I'll try to maybe complete at least like 3 orders. I don't know. I didn't really make much money this week. I only made like maybe like $107 this whole week. Normally I could have made like 150, 60, 70. But yeah. And I mean, on Christmas people weren't really ordering food. I still worked on Christmas, but only completed like 1 order or however much I did. But yeah. Oh man, this tea was great. I drank a cup of tea. I feel really good. I'm all like relaxed and I feel nice and warm. I love it. Yeah, I love caffeine. Again, I'm not really much of a coffee drinker. I used to drink coffee a lot. I used to drink a shit ton of coffee like every other day. I mean, not really a shit ton, because some people have like so much coffee. I would have like 1 cup once every few days or something like that. And yeah. But yeah, I don't know, coffee just gave me a lot of anxiety. When I drank coffee, I started to feel really jittery, anxious. It made my anxiety like really bad. So that's why I only drink coffee once a week. Coffee doesn't always make me feel jittery or anxious. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'll drink coffee and I don't feel anything. But then there's times where I do feel really anxious. That happens sometimes. It kind of sucks. But yeah. Yeah, it's actually interesting because caffeine is actually considered a drug, if you guys didn't know. It's actually labeled as a drug. Caffeine is like, it's a stimulant. And it kind of makes sense why it's a drug because, you know, it activates your nervous system, how you feel and stuff like that. But yeah, most people don't even know that caffeine counts as a drug. I didn't even know that myself, but you can look it up if you don't believe me. It's actually true. Caffeine is labeled as a drug. You know, it's just like a drug that's like socially acceptable all over the world. Same with alcohol. Alcohol does count as a drug. I mean, it gets you drunk, so it is a drug. And alcohol can kill you if you abuse it, right? Nicotine counts as a drug. But yeah, like, drugs don't always have to be bad, you know? When a lot of times when people say, like, the word drug, you right away think it's something bad. But drugs, like, yeah, there are bad drugs, absolutely. But it's like, not all drugs are bad. Like, medical drugs are fine, you know? You actually need them for certain things, right? Like, for example, Valium, right? Valium is a drug, and if you take it recreationally, it's bad for you, right? Like, Valium is really bad if you do it recreationally. But it's supposed to be a medical drug, and if you're actually using it medically, then that's fine. Or some people abuse DXM, right? And DXM is obviously really bad. you know, you can overdose and hallucinate if you drink a lot. Basically like cough syrup, right? But at the same time, right? Hold on. If you're using DXM medically, it's fine. Or ketamine, right? Ketamine is like supposed to be a medical drug. There's nothing wrong with medically taking ketamine, but using it like recreationally, right? That's really bad. I mean, it's not like necessarily like a fatal, dangerous substance, but it's still bad for you. You can still die from ketamine. It's just not really like a high-risk drug, but anything's possible. I think it's like a low risk of death, but it's still bad. You can still die. But yeah. So it depends like what drug it is, right? Or like laughing gas, right? Which is called nitrous oxide. It's completely fine to use it if you have to, like at the dentist, right? But if you're like intentionally like inhaling like whippets, canisters, balloons just to get euphoria and feel good, then it's really bad for you. It can cause like paralysis, like you can go unconscious. But yeah, it's pretty crazy like drugs, you know, because yeah, there's definitely bad drugs, right? And I'm not encouraging anyone to do drugs. Don't do drugs. Only if it's like medical and it's been like approved by your doctor, right? But yeah. But yeah. Or there's some drugs that like they're not necessarily, you know, bad. Like they're not gonna kill you. Like, you know, like, I don't know, like mushrooms or LSD, salvia, DMT, like those types of drugs, or like, I don't know, peyote, right? The cactus drug. Those types of drugs aren't gonna like kill you. Like, I don't know, I think dying from peyote is probably like very rare. And like salvia, DMT, like the drug itself won't directly kill you, only if like, you know, you're like driving while under the influence or something, or you get injured while you're on the drug. But even though those types of drugs like can't like kill you, they can be like pretty bad for your mental health. But depends which ones. Like, you know, like LSD can, very rare like occasions, it can cause like psychosis, you know. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know why I'm suddenly talking about drugs, but just because I started talking about caffeine and how it's considered a drug, so I just kind of, I don't know, started talking about that. But yeah, but I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs except like alcohol, caffeine, medical drugs if I have to, you know, like, but I don't really take medical drugs unless I actually have to, if my doctor prescribes me it. But yeah. Yeah, just a few more days left of this year. This year is almost over. It's gonna be 2026, which is really hard to believe. We're like even closer to the 2030s now. Yeah. Yeah, just a few more days. Yeah, Wednesday is gonna be New Year's Eve. And yeah. But I'm not gonna do, you know, like New Year resolutions. Because New Year resolutions are just pointless. They're not gonna come true. I mean, you can make it come true, but I don't know. Fine, I'll tell you a couple of goals I have for 2026, but it's not resolutions. Alright, the first goal is probably maybe find a better job, because I'm doing Uber Eats. Maybe find like a delivery driver job, like I don't know, FedEx deliveries or Amazon or something like that. I don't want to do like a warehouse job. I want to do specifically like a delivery driver. You know. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. My next goal, I really want to save money to get an electric bicycle. I really want to buy an electric bicycle. Like, how cool is that? Imagine a bike that's electric. That's fucking awesome. And you can charge the battery. And you don't even have to pedal. It can, like, you know, move you by itself. But you can use an electric bicycle just normally without using, you know, the electric part of it. But yeah, I want to maybe get an electric bike. What's another goal I have for next year? I don't know. I just want peace. I don't want any drama. I don't want negativity. I just want to be in a good mood for once. Maybe get a relationship, but I don't really care. I like being single, but if I do get a girlfriend, that's also good. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral. I'm okay being single, but maybe I want to get a girlfriend. I don't know. And yeah, so I don't have that much plans for 2026 or goals. Just, yeah, be healthy, be happy. Just mostly and mainly, I just want positivity. I want to be happy. Because last few years have been very rough for me, very depressing, you know, 2023 through 2025. Although this year wasn't necessarily bad at first. It was decent, but then it got really bad. So I just hope 2026, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just like, I just hope it'll be an okay year. At least that's all I'm asking, just okay, you know, you don't have to be perfect. I just want the year to treat me right, because no one deserves to suffer for so many years, you know. Not saying that I suffered for many years, I'm just saying the past few years have just been pretty rough for me. Doesn't mean I always suffered, but I did have a bad time. Like 2023 was just a terrible year. You know. Last year was pretty bad. This year started off okay, decent. Even the summer was not bad. But then later the year got really bad. I don't know. So I just hope at least, yeah, things will improve, get better. And yeah, so that's basically all I had to say. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.